Welcome to Spin That Back. This is Rick.
I'm Eric.
And this is our review of Creed, the, newest installment of the Rocky franchise.
Is Rocky 7 Adrian's Revenge?
Written by Aaron Covington and Ryan Coogler, and directed by Ryan Coogler.
Starring Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone.
So Creed is the, sequel / spiritual successor.
Reboot?
Yeah, / reboot.
Kind of.
To Rocky Balboa, the last movie. Michael B. Jordan plays Adonis Creed, or Donnie as they call him in the movie, who you find out is the illegitimate child of Apollo Creed. Passed away before Adonis was born. And so he
passed away. Drago fucking.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he passed away before Adonis was born, yeah. And so he's kind of grown up in sort of the shadow of his father that he never even knew. Through a series of circumstances, comes across Rocky, and begins his training.
This is technically not a Rocky movie; it's a spin-off, but it's been the best Rocky movie since I guess probably like the first two or so. Rocky kind of went into phases where like the first two were more dramas. Then they started getting kind of cheesy with 3 and 4. And I mean, they were still good movies. And then 5 was just a piece of shit. And then 6 kind of went back to...
There's people that like 5.
Fuck that. And then 6 kind of went back to like that drama, and this kind of keeps going with that. It services both a new generation of people that are watching it for the first time that have never seen Rocky, and it also services the fans of the old films. A lot of like homage and a lot of scenes that kind of call back to like the old Rocky films. This
is Ryan Coogler's just second feature film. If you haven't seen Fruitvale Station, check that out.
That was really good.
I mean, this for being his only second feature film. Yeah, I mean, he really did his thing with this one. Introduced the franchise to newer fans, plus also introducing old fans. I mean, Rocky for me is like maybe like in my top maybe like 15-20 movies of all time. I mean, it's just one of my favorite movies ever. Still gets to me every time I watch it. And even just the franchise overall, I mean, considering that this is quote unquote the 7th movie in the franchise, really 5 is the weakest one by far, but even the first 4, like, I mean, are still really great. I mean, it's a franchise that still holds up pretty well. Ryan Coogler did an awesome job with this movie. The fight scenes were really well done. In particular, Donnie's first, I guess, pro fight, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, it was all in one take.
Yeah, it was all one take.
It looked really good. Like how the camera moves around the ring, and then it shows people like outside, and it cuts to Rocky, and then it goes back to like into the actual fighting. It was pretty sick.
The drama was really well done.
They had good chemistry.
Yeah,
I mean, Jordan and Sylvester Stallone.
Adonis is a new character in this franchise. Even from the beginning, like, you really care about him as a character, and obviously, you know, you have that attachment to Rocky Balboa. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Sylvester Stallone gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
He was really good
in this movie. Yeah, he was really good. He'd been kind of doing those expendable movies, and
yeah.
What else had he been? I don't even know what else he'd been in.
But Rocky's his role. That's the role that everyone's gonna remember him as.
Yeah,
and it's really nice seeing him go back to this character. Kind of nitpicking now, but I just thought like the romance between Rocky and Adrian in the first film, it kind of felt like a little more natural, and it didn't feel tacked on. But this one, I feel like they kind of felt forced to give Donnie like a love interest. I can understand, like, they're kind of trying to give him a love interest as well.
Tessa Thompson, I think was her name.
She actually did like a really good job. So I mean, I can't really talk shit about her performance. Down to its bone, it's a sports drama. It's emotional, it's dramatic. The acting is really good. The chemistry between Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone, I thought was really good.
I think my biggest nitpick would be, like, maybe I kind of wish they would have established professional fighter Tony Bellew. He's the one that plays Ricky Conlan.
That's another thing too. Going back to the first movie, everyone loved Apollo Creed. This was the very first movie. You know, he had like a very unique personality. Apollo Creed was a much more memorable opponent to Rocky in the first one, as opposed to Conlan is to Donnie in this film.
Because you consider, I mean, Apollo Creed was the, quote, villain in the first 2. You had Clubber Lang in the third one, Drago in the fourth one. So, I mean, there's always been these iconic, opponents that he's had. They went with a professional fighter, but he's not an actor. Maybe, I mean, they could have had an actor maybe train as hard as Michael B. Jordan did and put him in that role. I think that would have made maybe for a better opponent. Yeah. But it still ends well. I should have looked it up, but maybe we can put the name down here of the music composer.
Oh
for the
yeah.
movie because I mean that guy had a big shoes to fill too because Bill Conti's score for the original Rocky, I mean, is one of the best ever.
It's one of the most iconic film scores
It's
of
like
all time.
it's like one of those, like, you never watched a Rocky movie, but you hear, like Alone in the Ring. I mean, and you just know, like, it's Rocky. There's little homages to it. It doesn't just rehash those old songs, but there's little hints and nods to it. Michael B. Jordan was great. I mean, he just still keeps showing like those signs of brilliance. I mean, I think he should have been nominated for Fruitvale Station. He should have gotten
He's a great actor.
he should have got a lot more attention for that. What did you want to give this? What score?
Yeah, like I said, I love that. I had very few complaints with it, and at that point, I think I'm just kind of trying to nitpick at it because not every film is perfect. But I mean, overall, like, I loved it. I thought it was a shit. I give it a.
I like it a lot.
Rocky passing on the torch to a new character, and I mean, definitely, it should be getting some Oscar love, I'm guessing, at some point, maybe for Ryan Coogler or Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the start of a new franchise in Creed. So obviously, I loved it, and I give it. All right, so down in the comments, let us know what you guys thought of Creed if you've seen it yet. So yeah, just click the thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Let me introduce my DJ, Scratch the Black Balboa. I'm Eric Sermon, the dope rhyme flower. My DJ Scratch a Tory, interesting like war stories. Witty BMD, the fame and the glory.